They weren't fighting you, they were fighting what you represent. They weren't afraid of your loneliness. They were afraid of what would happen the moment you stopped being alone. The moment you align with your true counterpart, your mirror soul, your missing piece. The moment your power doubles, the world will have to pay attention. That's what they fear, and they should. Because let's be honest, these people never wanted you to rise. They never wanted you to love, to shine, or to discover just how dangerous your energy becomes when it's amplified by someone who finally sees you. They didn't want you healed. They didn't want you whole. And they sure as hell didn't want you chosen. They weren't throwing shade because you were weak. They were throwing it because your light was blinding them even before you met your other half. They thought if they could isolate you, shame you, break your spirit early enough, they could stop the story before it really started. But they were wrong. And now the story's unfolding whether they like it or not. Before we dive into this, do your part to make sure this message reaches every chosen one who's still out there walking alone, thinking they're defeated. Like the video. Subscribe. When you interact, it tells YouTube to push this to more people who need to hear it. You help spread the fire by reacting to it. Let the algorithm become a battlefield where truth wins and silence loses. So go ahead, smash the like button and type, "I'm ready" in the comments if you feel this in your bones already. Now listen, chosen one, yeah, you who've been walking through this world thinking you're just another face in the crowd. Let me make something clear. You weren't overlooked. You were hidden. There's a difference. The universe doesn't waste power. It doesn't put storm-split souls in the spotlight too soon. You were being prepared, being forged in isolation, not abandoned in it. But now, the isolation is ending. And that scares the hell out of the people who tried to bury you under their projections. They feel the shift. They feel the hum in the air, the undercurrent that says they're about to find each other. And they know what comes next. You see, the power of being chosen isn't about ego. It's about alignment. It's when two forces collide, not to complete each other, but to amplify what was already there. When you find your match, your mirror, the one who speaks your soul's native language without even trying, that's when everything they tried to stop starts. That's when you become the version of yourself they prayed you'd never become, undeniable. And the universe? It doesn't just approve this, it orchestrates it. Every delay, every heartbreak, every betrayal was a redirection toward this moment. They fear that day, chosen one. The day your love becomes not just personal, but cosmic. The day your wounds become wisdom. The day the connection you always knew existed finally arrives. And with it, every limitation they ever spoke over you burns to ash. Because what you carry, the raw power, the insight, the intensity, the vision, was never meant to walk this world alone. It was always meant to merge, to magnify, to terrify the ones who only know how to survive in systems built on silence, control, and smallness. You don't fit those systems. You were built to break them. So stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking you've been forgotten. Stop carrying shame for being too loving, too loyal, too deep, too intense. That's your design. And soon, very soon, the one meant for you will not only understand that, they'll mirror it. And when that happens, chosen one, the world won't just see you, it'll feel you. And the ones who laughed, who mocked, who said you were too much, they'll go quiet. Because when chosen ones rise in pairs, the universe roars behind them. So, if you're feeling that fire in your chest, that undeniable knowing that your story isn't over, that it's just about to begin for real, drop the number 77 in the comments right now. Not just for luck, but for alignment. Because when two eights stand together, they mirror each other, just like you and the one the universe is pulling toward you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this message if you know you're not the only chosen one out there walking alone. Let's light this thing up and make sure the ones still hiding in silence hear this call. The universe moves when we move. And now, let's get into it, layer by layer, truth by truth. If you're really one of the chosen, this message won't just speak to you, it'll shake you. You won't want to leave halfway, because every word will feel like it was carved straight from your own soul. Let's go all the way in. Number 1. They laughed, but the universe was listening. They laughed while you were building in silence, but they forgot. The universe doesn't clap while you suffer, it claps when you rise. And when it claps, the echo hits every single one of them in the face. Let's get something straight from the start. They didn't laugh because you were wrong. They laughed because they were scared you were right. They saw a glimpse of something powerful in you, something unfamiliar, and instead of understanding it, they mocked it. But laughter is often fear in disguise. They didn't joke because your dreams were ridiculous. They joked because deep down, they knew what would happen if you ever became who you were meant to be. They saw it before you did, that quiet energy in you, that fire you didn't know how to use yet, that vision you couldn't fully explain but couldn't ignore either. So they hit you with sarcasm. They threw little jabs. They called you crazy, a dreamer, delusional. You'll never find someone who really sees you like that. No one's coming to love someone like you. Get real. But while they were laughing, the universe wasn't. It was watching. It doesn't forget what you endured. It doesn't forget who mocked you. And it definitely doesn't forget who kept going anyway. You might have questioned yourself. That's okay. That's what being chosen feels like in the early stages. Confusing, heavy, lonely. Maybe you've asked, why me? Or worse, maybe they're right, but they're not. And they never were. Chosen ones don't look like much when they're still in seed form, buried, silent, unseen. But seeds weren't meant to be understood while buried. They were meant to break through. That's what they were really afraid of, the breakthrough. Think about it. They never laughed at people who were really lost. They only laughed at the ones who had the audacity to believe, to wait, to trust, to dream out loud. They ridiculed you because your hope exposed their hopelessness. Your patience made their desperation obvious. Your belief in love, true, magnetic, world-shifting love, reminded them that they gave up on that a long time ago. They mocked what they wished they still had inside them. That's why you can't take it personal. Their laughter had nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with their own fear. You ever notice how they never laugh when you give up? They only laugh when you speak power, when you say things like, I know my person is out there, or I won't settle for anything less than what mirrors me. That's when they squint, roll their eyes, and say, you're still waiting for that fantasy. Yeah, you are. And you should be. Because chosen one, the universe always brings mirrors to those who refuse to accept shadows. You weren't asking for too much. You were just asking in a world that taught people to expect too little. You want proof? Look at the ones who were doubted hardest. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. Elon Musk got laughed at for wanting to take people to Mars. They mocked Sarah Jessica Parker for believing she could build an empire outside of acting. They scoffed at Taraji P. Henson when she packed her bags at 26 with $700 and her son, and told her she was too old to make it in Hollywood. Now look, the silence of their enemies says more than any apology ever could. Your silence now? It's not weakness, it's loading. While they were laughing, you were healing. While they were mocking, you were building. While they were spreading doubt, the universe was aligning timelines, setting the stage, moving people like chess pieces, getting ready for that moment. The moment when you don't just rise, you rise with someone. That's what haunts them. The idea that you're not just rising, but aligning. That somewhere out there is someone whose energy matches yours so perfectly it'll shake the room when you enter together. They can feel that moment coming. They don't know how, but they do. That's why they're getting louder. Their mockery is desperation now. They can feel the current shifting, and it's not in their favor anymore. And you've been through enough to recognize the pattern. They always laugh before the flip. Right before you level up, they come with the insults, the doubts, the gaslighting. They call you a joke, hoping you'll start believing it. But you're not the joke. You're the punchline they never saw coming. Because here's the truth. Chosen doesn't always look like the strongest, the loudest, or the most impressive. Chosen often looks like the last person they expected to rise. The quiet one, the misunderstood one, the sensitive one, the one who waited when everyone else settled, the one who dared to believe when believing made them a target. But that's the one the universe chooses, because belief is rare, and patience, that's power most people will never understand. Waiting isn't weakness. It's warfare. Every time you said no to something that didn't align, you were saying yes to the version of you the universe has been preparing. Now they're getting nervous. They're watching you glow a little more. Speak with more certainty. Carry yourself differently. That's the beginning of the shift, the start of the alignment, the moment they feared most. The moment your energy stops shrinking and starts attracting what matches it. Chosen one, listen to me. They laughed, but the universe was listening. They doubted, but the universe was keeping score. They walked away, but the universe kept pulling the right ones toward you. You've always been seen. You've always been felt. And now, what's coming into your life won't just heal what they broke. It'll expose what they never saw. It'll be the love that silences every room you walk into. The alignment that makes people wonder how you did it. The connection that makes them realize you weren't delusional, you were destined. So let them laugh, let them talk, let them keep watching. Because the same mouths that mocked your dreams will one day whisper your name in awe. And wonder how the one they joked about became the example. Number 2. You were never meant to stay alone. You were meant to become whole. Stop lying to yourself, chosen one. You weren't built for isolation. You were built for alignment. You weren't designed to walk solo forever. You were designed to rise with someone who sees the fire in your eyes and doesn't flinch. You've been telling yourself a story that you don't need anyone, that maybe love just isn't for you, that your path is lonelier because you're too much, too deep, too intense, But that story, it's not yours. It was planted by people who didn't see your value and were terrified of what you'd become if someone ever did. They wanted you to believe solitude was your identity, not your preparation. They wanted you to confuse independence with isolation. But chosen one, you were never meant to stay alone. You were meant to become whole. And wholeness doesn't mean perfection. It means becoming so deeply grounded in who you are that you attract the one who mirrors that depth without fear. The one who doesn't dilute your fire. They reflect it. They've made you feel like it's weak to want that. That longing for deep connection makes you needy. That waiting for alignment means you're stuck. But the truth is, you're not stuck. You're becoming. You're unfolding. You're evolving into someone so powerful that not just anyone can stand beside you, and the universe knows it. That's why it's been holding you back. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. You're not broken. You're incomplete. And the one who fits into the spaces you've been protecting, they're not late. They're arriving in perfect timing. See, what the world doesn't understand is that chosen ones aren't looking for another half to complete them. They're looking for a force to match them. Someone who's also done the work. Someone who's also walked through the fire. Someone who doesn't just admire your strength, they've earned their own. When you come together, it's not codependence, it's amplification. And that's what scares the ones who tried to convince you that love like that doesn't exist. Because if you ever find your mirror, your equal, your complement, your match, they lose the grip they had on your mind. The whispers that said, "You're too much, you'll always be alone. No one will ever love you like that." Those lies start to crumble. And what replaces them? Power, clarity, peace. You stop begging to be understood, and you start being seen without explanation. Chosen one, this waiting, it hasn't been punishment, it's been training. You've been sharpening your intuition, healing your wounds, learning how to read energy, how to walk away from what doesn't serve you, how to listen to your soul instead of the noise. You think that kind of work is light? It's warrior work. It's exactly what makes you dangerous in the right hands and uncontrollable in the wrong ones. That's why the wrong ones ran. Not because you were hard to love, but because they weren't capable of loving at your frequency. They weren't built for the altitude you're ascending to. And the longer you keep trying to find your match in people who were never wired to meet you there, the longer you delay the one who's actually meant to walk beside you, not behind you. So stop telling yourself it's better to stay alone forever. That's fear talking, not wisdom. That's the enemy hoping you'll shrink just enough to stay hidden. But the universe, it's not keeping you in solitude. It's protecting your energy for the right collision. Because when you and your other half meet, it's not going to be quiet. It's going to shake the very ground beneath the people who said it would never happen. You weren't meant to live a life of waiting. You were meant to walk into divine timing. You weren't made to be small. You were made to merge with someone who makes you feel seen, steady, and unstoppable. And when that happens, everything changes. So hold your standard, stay open, and above all, stop lying to yourself. This loneliness isn't forever. It was never meant to be. The universe didn't design you for separation. It designed you for synchronicity. And your match? They're not just coming. They're already on their way. Number 3. The day you align is the day their control ends. They didn't try to break you because you were weak. They tried to break you before you became unstoppable, and nothing terrifies them more than the day you stop walking alone. Chosen one, this isn't just about love. This is about power, raw, magnetic, undeniable power. The kind of power that doesn't beg for a seat at the table. It builds its own. And when you finally align with the one who carries the frequency that matches your fire, it's not just romance, it's revolution. That's the moment everything they tried to control crumbles. That's the moment the grip they had on your identity, your emotions, your past ends. They didn't want you to connect with your mirror because they knew what it would do to you. They knew it would wake something up in you that they could never put back to sleep. They knew that once you found someone who sees you, someone who matches you, someone who amplifies you, you'd never again entertain their games, their gaslighting, or their watered-down version of love. Let's be real, they were never afraid of you staying alone. They were afraid of what you'd become if you ever stopped being alone. Because alone, you're powerful, but aligned, you're untouchable. Alone, you're a storm, but aligned, you're a damn earthquake. When your energy meets its match, it doesn't just combine, it multiplies. And that scares people who built their self-worth on keeping you unsure of yours. So they tried to isolate you. They told you you're too picky, too intense, too unrealistic. They wanted you to question your worth so deeply that you'd settle for less than what you're built for. They fed you stories about love being nothing but struggle, pain, compromise. Not because it's true, but because they wanted you to believe it. Because if you believed that, you'd never even look for the kind of connection that could blow their entire illusion to pieces. They tried to keep you small because they knew the moment you aligned with someone on your level, the false stories they told about you would get exposed. That you're not hard to love, you're hard to manipulate, that you're not too much, you're too aware, that you weren't difficult, you just refused to abandon yourself to keep someone else comfortable. When the right person steps into your life and loves you as you are, it rewrites every lie they ever made you carry. That's why they wanted you confused, because confusion keeps you controlled. Isolation makes you easier to manipulate. Doubt slows your momentum. But love, the right kind of love, it frees you. It restores your clarity, your confidence, your conviction. That's why they tried so hard to keep you disconnected. Because the day you connect with your match, that's the day you stop playing small. That's the day their power over you ends. You think this is just about finding someone to cuddle with at night? No. This is about finding someone who reminds you of who you are when the world tries to make you forget. Someone who doesn't compete with your energy, but adds to it. Someone who doesn't tame your fire, but protects it. The kind of alignment that makes you remember why you were chosen in the first place. When that person arrives, and believe me, they're coming, you'll look back at all the mind games, the manipulation, the emotional crumbs you used to accept and realize they were scared. Scared of this moment. Scared of your glow. Scared of your growth. Scared of the fact that the version of you they tried to break is now thriving. Not alone, but with someone who sees you clearly and loves you deeply. So don't give up. Don't shrink. Don't start believing their version of your story. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't pair power with passivity. It aligns flames with other flames. And when your person arrives, it won't just feel good. It'll feel right. because it was never about finding someone who fills the void. It was about finding someone who matches the vision. And the day that happens, chosen one, the day you align with that energy, the lies end, the fear ends, the control ends, and you begin. Number 4, they threw dirt, not knowing you were a seed. They tried to bury you, but they didn't realize you weren't being buried. You were being planted. Chosen one, let's be real. They didn't just walk away quietly. They made sure you felt it. They didn't just doubt you. They announced their doubt, whispered it behind your back, laughed when you weren't looking. They threw dirt on your name, spit on your dreams, mocked your love, and watched you fall like it was entertainment. But what they didn't know, what they never understood, is that some of the greatest things the universe ever created were formed in the dark. They thought they were throwing dirt to bury you, but you're not made of glass, you're made of roots. And roots don't break under pressure, they dig deeper. The doubt they flung at you like poison was never yours to carry. It came from their own fear. Fear of someone who dared to hope. Fear of someone who didn't quit. Fear of someone who still believed. In truth, in connection, in love. That kind of belief is dangerous to people who gave up on themselves a long time ago. So they tried to cover you with shame, with guilt, with labels that never belonged to you. They tried to bury your essence under their insecurities. But dirt doesn't destroy a seed. It activates it. You weren't being discarded. You were being hidden for your own protection. While they celebrated your silence, your struggle, your pause, the universe was working. Aligning, shifting, preparing. Every time they said you were done, washed up, crazy for still believing, your roots were growing deeper. Your strength was anchoring. Your clarity was sharpening. That darkness they thought would break you, that was your greenhouse. That's what they never understood. Chosen ones grow in the dark. The greats, the ones they worship now, they were all buried first. Oprah was fired from her first TV job and told she was unfit for television. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before his light bulb changed the world. Viola Davis spent years being told she wasn't marketable. These weren't lucky breaks. These were people who were planted deep, and they grew anyway. And you, chosen one, are no different. They thought you were soft because you loved hard. They thought you were weak because you walked away instead of playing dirty. They thought you were finished because you didn't respond to their disrespect with the same energy. But they mistook your silence for surrender. They had no idea you were down there building power. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how you rise. You don't need to convince anyone that you're still here. Let them believe you disappeared. Let them believe the story ended when they walked away. Because when you bloom, it's not going to be subtle. It's going to be loud. It's going to shake the same people who called you a fool. It's going to force them to remember every time they mocked you, doubted you, tried to dim your light. And they'll realize too late. They were never throwing dirt on your grave. They were preparing the soil for your glow-up. Chosen one, your time in the dark wasn't a punishment. It was preparation. While others were chasing clout, shortcuts, and shallow validation, you were growing silently. You were being refined by rejection. You were becoming unshakable in the storm. And soon, the same people who laughed at your roots are going to be stunned by your reach. You're not done growing. You haven't even started yet. They'll say it came out of nowhere, but the truth is, it came from the dirt they threw, from every lie they told, from every door they slammed, from every moment you stayed grounded when you could have snapped. You took every bit of it and turned it into fuel. And now the bloom is inevitable. So let them watch. Let them squint as you rise into the light they said you'd never touch. Because when you grow from the dirt they used to destroy you, that's when you become unstoppable. Number 5. They called you delusional, but it was just premature truth. They didn't call you delusional because you were wrong. They called you delusional because you saw what they were too scared to admit existed. Chosen one, they threw that word at you like a weapon. Delusional, like your vision was a flaw, like your hope was a disease, like the depth of your belief in real connection, real alignment, real love was a punchline instead of a prophecy. But here's the truth. You weren't delusional. You were just early. You weren't broken. You were tuned in to a frequency that most people haven't even discovered yet. You weren't out of touch with reality. You were out of step with their limitations. They couldn't see what you saw, not because it wasn't real, but because they weren't ready to rise to it. You spoke of soul-level connections while they were chasing surface-level attention. You talked about love that heals and elevates while they were stuck repeating cycles of performance and pain. Your clarity didn't make you crazy. It made you dangerous. Because when someone stands in truth, they expose every lie around them. And lies don't like the light. So they tried to make you feel ashamed for feeling deeply, for holding a vision they couldn't even fathom. They laughed when you said you were waiting for the right one, not just the next one. They rolled their eyes when you said energy matters. They labeled your standard unrealistic because it made them uncomfortable with their own mediocrity. But you held on, quietly, powerfully, and that's what made them nervous. You see, there's something powerful, terrifying about a person who refuses to lower their frequency just to fit in. A person who chooses alignment over attention. Someone who walks away from what doesn't feel right, even if it looks perfect. You did that. You kept choosing vision over validation, and they hated it. Because if what you believe is real, then everything they settled for starts to look like a lie. And no one likes facing that mirror. They thought they were insulting you. They were actually confirming you, because every visionary is called delusional before the world catches up. Every pioneer looks like a fool in a crowd that's too scared to step outside the norm. They called you crazy, not because you were lost, but because you found something they couldn't see. But they'll see it soon, because what you saw in the dark is about to show up in the light. And when it does, when the connection you believed in walks into your life and proves every doubt wrong, they'll go quiet. The same people who called you foolish will watch you live in the truth they were too afraid to believe, and they'll realize it wasn't delusion, it was destiny, and you saw it first. Number 6. Stop apologizing for your light. It wasn't made to be dimmed. They didn't leave because you were too much. They left because your light exposed how little they were willing to grow. Chosen one, you've been shrinking, dimming your light to make others comfortable, biting your tongue so they don't feel small, playing down your gifts, your depth, your power, hoping someone would finally say, "You're just enough for me." But here's the brutal truth. If someone needs you to dim your light for them to stay, they were never strong enough to stand beside you in the first place. Your light was never the problem. Their fear of it was. You've been told you're too intense, too emotional, too focused, too deep. But too much for who? For the ones still living on the surface? For the ones who've never met their own reflection, let alone handled someone like you? Real, raw, unfiltered. You weren't too much. You were just more than they were ready to receive. So stop apologizing for the way you shine. Stop editing your energy to be digestible for people who were never meant to see your full glow. You're not here to be palatable. You're here to be powerful. There's a reason the universe gave you this fire. It's not to be hidden. It's to lead. It's to break chains, shatter illusions, and light the path for the ones coming after you. But that won't happen if you keep playing small. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. You're the flare, the alarm, the signal that says, something different lives here. And the right people? They won't run from that. They'll recognize it. They'll rise to meet it. The wrong ones left because your light made them feel exposed. It reminded them of the work they still haven't done, the truth they still hide from, the dreams they gave up on. That's not your fault. That's not your burden to carry. Your light isn't responsible for their shadows. The truth is, every time you dim yourself for others, you betray the universe that made you radiant. Every time you hold back, you rob the world of a version of you it desperately needs. The people who are meant to walk with you won't just handle your fire. They'll honor it. They'll protect it. They'll match it. But they can't find you if you keep hiding in the dark. So this is the moment, chosen one. Enough of the apologies. Enough of the shrinking. Enough of the self-doubt. You weren't made to flicker. You were made to blaze. It's time to burn bright. Let them adjust or look away. But don't you dare dim again. Number 7. The universe is rearranging itself to bring you together. Nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. Every twist in your story was a setup for something bigger, and they couldn't stop it if they tried. Chosen one, you've questioned everything lately. Why it took so long, why they hurt you, why love felt like a ghost that kept vanishing just when you thought you'd reached it. You've called it bad timing, misfortune, heartbreak. But here's the truth that'll flip everything on its head. None of it was an accident. There are no coincidences. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak you thought broke, you was actually building you. The universe isn't behind schedule. It's orchestrating alignment. They tried to throw you off your path. The people who fumbled you, betrayed you, wasted your time. That wasn't just pain. It was recalibration. It was the universe yanking you off the wrong frequency and redirecting you toward what you were always meant for. They thought they were delaying you, slowing you down, leaving you in ruins. What they didn't know is that the universe doesn't lose. It just reroutes. While you were sitting in confusion, wondering why the ones you gave your heart to couldn't meet you there, the universe was already moving mountains behind the scenes, shifting energies, aligning timelines, clearing space, tearing down everything false so truth could finally have room to enter. The person you're meant to align with, they're not just anyone. They're not a replacement. They're the reason those other people had to leave. Every almost was protection. Every ghosted text, every betrayal, every rejection. It wasn't a loss. It was timing, tightening its grip. And now, that grip is locking in. The frequency is rising. The pull is getting stronger. You feel it, don't you? That quiet knowing that something big is coming, that's not your imagination. That's alignment approaching. The people who hurt you thought they ended you, but what they really did was push you into position. They didn't break you, they readied you. They made space for the one who's actually meant to hold your light without dropping it. The universe was never confused. It's been waiting for this exact moment. It's been moving chess pieces while you were still healing. And now, the board is almost set. So no more doubt, no more questioning if it's too late, if you missed it, if you're unworthy. The universe doesn't make mistakes with chosen ones. Your love story isn't behind. It's in motion. Every piece of your path has been preparing you for someone who doesn't just enter your life. They amplify it. So get ready, because what's coming isn't random. It's recalibrated destiny. And universal timing? It's undefeated. Number 8. They're not scared of your love. They're terrified of its power. They weren't trying to stop your heart from loving. They were trying to stop your love from awakening something the world can't ignore. Chosen one, don't get it twisted. This isn't about romance. This is about revolution. The kind of love you carry, the kind of love that's meant for you, isn't just gentle or poetic. It's disruptive. It doesn't just hold hands, it holds power. And they feel it coming. They've never been scared of you falling in love. They've been scared of what happens when you find someone who matches you, someone who sees your fire and adds to it, someone who doesn't need to be convinced, tamed, or controlled. Someone who walks into your world and doesn't quiet your voice, but amplifies it. That kind of alignment doesn't just shift your life, it shakes the system. Your love story won't be some background narrative. It'll be a declaration, a warning shot to every lie ever told about what you were too much for, every limit they tried to place on your worth. When the right one finds you, and they will, the ripple won't just touch you. It'll hit every room you walk into, every space that once tried to silence you. That's why they tried to make you think this love didn't exist. That's why they told you to settle, that it was just fantasy. Because if you stop settling and finally connect with the one who sees you, gets you, and unlocks you, then their power over you vanishes. Their lies crumble. Their control dies. You're not meant for lukewarm love. You're not meant to fit into someone's comfort zone. You're meant to collide with a force so undeniable, so magnetic, it shakes loose everything fake and false. That's what they fear. The moment your love stops bleeding for the wrong ones and starts building with the right one. So let them tremble, let them whisper, let them brace for the quake. Because when your love aligns with its mirror, it won't just feel right, it will change everything. Number 9. They fought you, thinking you were powerless. They didn't realize you're chosen. They underestimated you because you didn't roar back, but they forgot. Storms don't shout, they strike. Chosen one, they came for you like you were common, like you were soft, like you were unguarded. They thought they could lie to you, play you, leave you, and walk away untouched. They thought they were fighting someone weak, someone ordinary, someone easily broken. But they didn't realize who they were messing with. You're not average, you're activated. You've been marked by the universe itself, and that kind of energy can't be caged, controlled, or conquered. They tried to take your silence for surrender. They thought your pain meant defeat. But chosen ones don't fall. they transform. And every time they came against you, thinking you were alone, the universe stepped in and took notes. You weren't powerless. You were protected. You were never the one scrambling for scraps of love. You were the one holding undeniable worth, even when they refused to see it. Your alignment was never optional. It was inevitable. It was written into your story before the betrayal, before the heartbreak, before they tried to tear you down to feel taller. The energy you carry, it's not learned, it's inborn. That's why they were so threatened. That's why they came swinging without cause. They felt your light before you did. They sensed the storm building inside you before you even knew your own strength. And now they can't touch you, because everything they tried to use against you, the rejection, the judgment, the fake love, the manipulation, only fed your evolution. They fought what they could see, not realizing they were pushing you into the very awakening that would make you untouchable. That's the funny thing about chosen ones. The more you try to break them, the brighter they burn. So let them look confused when they see you rise. Let them wonder how someone they wrote off turned into someone they can't ignore. Because they weren't just fighting you, they were fighting destiny. And destiny doesn't lose. You're not hidden anymore. You're rising on purpose. And now, you're unstoppable. Number 10. The mirror soul is coming, and it's going to break the lies they told. They didn't fear your flaws. They feared the day someone would come along and call them beautiful. Chosen one, you've been carrying the weight of lies that were never yours to begin with. They told you that your emotions were too heavy, your dreams too big, your love too deep. They painted your fire as something destructive, when all it ever wanted to do was warm someone who wouldn't run from the heat. You were made to feel like your depth was a defect, like your vision was delusion. But let me tell you something that's going to shift everything. The person who's coming, the one the universe carved from the same frequency as you, they're going to see it all and love it all. Because your mirror soul isn't arriving to fix you. They're coming to reflect you, to show you that every part of you they called too much was never too much for the right one. The intensity that scared them, it's going to be the very thing that draws your person in. The way you love, it won't scare them. It'll feel like home. That's what's going to destroy the lies. Not revenge, not shouting your worth into empty rooms. No, the truth will break through the moment your match walks in and loves the exact version of you they tried to dim. That's the shift. That's the shatter. The lies can't survive in the presence of someone who sees your truth and chooses it. Loudly, unapologetically, consistently. You see, when your mirror soul arrives, they won't just love your best. They'll stand with your worst. They'll sit with your shadows and call them sacred. They won't flinch when you get real. They won't run when you show your wounds. And in that moment, everything they told you, that you'd be too hard to love, too complex, too intense, will die in the silence of being proven dead wrong. The universe didn't forget you. It didn't leave you with less. It's been protecting you, preserving you, polishing you, for someone whose spirit will recognize yours before a word is even spoken. So hold tight. That love, that mirror soul, they're not a fantasy. They're a counterforce, and they're already on their way. When they arrive, the lies won't just fall. They'll shatter like glass. Number 11. Your doubt was their weapon. Your belief is your revenge. They couldn't destroy you So they tried to make you destroy yourself from the inside out. Chosen one, they didn't need chains. They used doubt instead. Quietly, subtly, strategically. They didn't scream it to your face. They whispered it into your insecurities. They wanted you to question everything. Your voice, your vision, your worth, your capacity to be loved. Because they knew the moment you stopped believing in yourself, they wouldn't have to fight you at all. You'd start fighting you. They didn't need to silence you. They just needed you to start doubting your volume. And for a while, maybe it worked. Maybe you started believing the lies, thinking you're too broken, too complicated, too damaged to ever be seen for who you really are. That your standards were ridiculous, that your heart was naive, that you were just one more forgettable soul, reaching for something you'd never catch. But here's what they didn't account for: your comeback. Every time you choose to believe again, it's not weakness, it's war. Every time you hold on to your worth when they tried to tear it down, that's resistance. Every time you dare to believe that real love, real connection, real alignment is possible, it sends a shockwave through the lies they built around you. They used doubt like a weapon, but belief is your revenge. They hate that you still have hope, that after everything they did to dim you, you're still glowing. That you're still here, still standing, still searching for a connection that sees you fully. That kind of faith isn't soft, it's dangerous. Because when a chosen one keeps believing, keeps trusting their gut, keeps rising no matter how many times they're pushed down, systems collapse, control evaporates, and truth takes over. You want to hit back, believe louder, heal deeper, shine harder. You want to win. Keep choosing to believe in a version of you that they tried to bury. Keep expecting the love they said you'd never find. Because every time you do, you're not just healing, you're fighting back. They tried to make you forget who you are. Let your belief be the reminder. Let it burn. Let it roar. Let it dismantle every lie they used to keep you small. Belief isn't soft. It's rebellion. And now, you're in full revolt. Number 12. They tried to break you, but now they'll have to watch you rise in union. They thought they ended you, thought the heartbreak, the silence, the betrayal would be enough to shatter your spirit for good. But chosen one, you were never broken. You were becoming. You were rising the entire time, even when you couldn't see it. The pain wasn't your ending. It was your ignition. And now, the rise isn't solo anymore. The one who mirrors your fire is on their way, if not already near. The one who won't just understand your depth, but match it, amplify it, protect it. Together, you'll rise not as two halves, but as two forces aligned. And the very people who tried to dim you will have no choice but to watch. They'll see you glow in a way they can't explain, with someone who looks at you like you're the sun and stands beside you like they belong in the light. That's the real revenge. Not spite, not anger, just alignment. Just undeniable union. Let them stare, let them regret, let them wonder how the one they left for dead became the one everyone now watches rise in fire, in love, in power. Because chosen one, your rise was never meant to be quiet. It was meant to be legendary. And now, chosen one, you see it. Every setback was set up. Every rejection was redirection. Every delay was divine preparation. You were never abandoned, only aligned. And now, the moment is near. The rise, the union, the unstoppable version of you. Let them watch. Let them feel the shift. Because the power they feared is no longer forming. It's here. If this message lit something in you, don't let it stop here. Like the video, subscribe to stay connected, and drop the number 77 in the comments if you're ready to rise in union. Share this with another chosen one. It's time we all rise together.